Welcome to the Covers and Pages podcast, the cozy corner where books come to life. Tune in every week as host Resealisa flips through stories with authors, narrators, and the amazing folks behind your favorite bookstores. So, grab your favorite drink, get comfy, and let's flip through the pages.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Covers and Pages podcast. My name is Resealisa, and Covers and Pages podcast is all about celebrating indie authors, narrators, independent bookstores, and book influencers that continue to empower this wonderful book space. And I have a special person on the call with us. If you haven't heard of her, you need to get to know her because listen, this book right here, that's my it's my me. Okay. So let me read her bio and then we're gonna get into the conversation. Erica Denise is a 29-year-old Birmingham, Alabama native. Since she was a little girl, she has loved storytelling, often recounting her days at school or any other creative story she imagined. Her love of storytelling came from her love of reading. Since she was 4 years old, she's been an avid reader. Love that for her. Most kids have their parents read them bedtime stories, but she read them to her parents instead. Come on, clock it.
Yeah.
Erica holds a Bachelor's of Arts degree in journalism from the University of Alabama and a Master's of Arts degree in integrated marketing and communications from the University of West Alabama. Baby, we love an educated queen, honey, over here. When
Yeah.
she is not writing, she can be found reading work by fellow indie authors or other BIPOC authors. She enjoys spending time with her family and friends, traveling and binge watching her favorite shows. And she's also the author of The Remedy and To China with Love. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cover Seven Pages podcast, Erica Denise. Brr, brr, brr. How are you, love bug?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you so much for joining me on this podcast. I am
Anytime,
so
anytime.
thrilled to get to know you and your journey as an author because you like you just got here, correct? How long have you been an author?
Yeah. So 6 months, almost 7 months because I released the remedy in December. I released it on my birthday actually. So yeah, like about
Okay, so we got a year celebration coming up of this wonderful
yes.
Mr. All about his business, all about his woman,
I don't know
man.
what y'all gonna be doing, but I'm be in the Bahamas that year celebration.
Okay, I love
Everybody-
that.
But it's gonna be my birthday too, so going on a birthday trip. So
Oh, love that. Love that. So tell me what made you just want to step into the book space and become an author?
um So I've been writing like a very, very long time, like literally since I was a kid. Like I used to write stories when I was a kid. Um, in fifth grade, I won like an award. Cause we had to take like all these like state tests, and it was basically writing. So you had to do like narrative writing, descriptive, and I can't remember the other one. I think it was like informative or whatever it was. Anyway, we had a state test on that, and I won like the highest award or whatever. I had made the highest on the test or whatever. So I always knew like, okay, writing is something I'm gonna do. So that's what fueled me to major in journalism when I was in college. Well, hold on, let me back up a little bit. So like I said, I've been writing since I was little. I used to write on like, and I don't know if people even remember this site. I know people know Wattpad, but before I was on Wattpad, I used to be obsessed with B5. So it was like a fan site. It was like breeding5.com. And I used to write on that site. A lot of people might not know that, but I used to write on there. I had a little YouTube for a while. I used to like post stories on, but I didn't do too much with the YouTube. So I always knew I wanted to write. And so back in, was it the beginning of 2023, I think, I really had like got back into reading because when you're in school, I had been finished with my master's degree for about a year. So, but when you're in school and stuff, reading is not for fun is not at your top priority because you
No,
have to
it's
read
not.
so much for class.
Yes.
So I had like got back into reading, And I was reading the books on Kindle Unlimited, and I was like, some of these books, I feel like I read these on Wattpad, because a lot of people go from Wattpad to Amazon and Kindle Unlimited or whatever. And we all know Z Renee, who is my good sister. So we was
Shout out to
talking.
Z.
Shout out to Z Renee. We were talking one day, and we used to just like send each other stuff that we wrote. Sorry, wrote back and forth. And since I had been reading all them books on Kindle Unlimited and stuff, and I was like, well, what if we just like publish a book on Kindle Unlimited? And she was like, yeah, we should do that. So she ended up doing it first, because I was still a little scared. And then that's when she published All In December of 2023. And then Troubled Waters came out last year. And so what really, hopefully I don't get too emotional when I talk, but what really like fueled me to actually go ahead and publish was I was grieving. So my dad passed away last July. My grandmother passed away the week after my dad, like literally the day after my daddy's funeral. My grandmother passed away, which was his mom. And then 2 months later, my mom's older sister, my aunt, she passed away. So experiencing all that death in such a short amount of time, that's what like literally like fueled me and pushed me like, okay, let me go ahead and put this book out. Because literally the day that my auntie died, I remember I was talking to Z, and I was saying, man, I miss writing. I was like, I need to get back into writing. And I was actually going to work on something else that wasn't The Remedy. Something I've been working on for like 10 years, but we'll get into that later. And then I had found out my auntie died. And so like after my auntie's funeral and stuff, just writing was like therapeutic for me. So I remember I call her Zaria, so I'm going to be saying Zaria. But I hit up Zaria, and I was just like, man, I miss writing. And I was like, I just started writing this new thing, and I was like, I want you to read it. And she was like, yeah, you need to publish this. So that's kind of how the whole Indigo Falls came out. And she was like, because she had an idea. And when she was telling me about When He's Not There, I was like, well, what if we write it together? And she was like, I mean, I don't mind writing it together. She was like, but I don't think your first book needs to be a collaboration. So I was like, okay, well, I got this book. So that's kind of what really, and that was a long-winded answer, I'm sorry. But that's really kind of what gave me the push. Like I was grieving, and so writing was really like very therapeutic for me during that time. So, and then I was just like, you know what, ain't nothing holding me back. Now I'm like, I done lost 3 people. Life is too short to not do what you want to do. And I have been putting this off for like a year, because like I said, back in 2023, me and Zaria said that we was going to publish, and she just ended up doing it first. So, but I'm glad she did it first, because she was able to help me, you know, publish and everything. So, but that's what led to it.
I'm sorry. I was on mute.
Oh,
Yes,
right.
I love that. First and foremost, condolences
Thank you.
to you and your family. Yes, ma'am.
Thank
I know
you.
that was just tough to go through back to back,
Very.
especially around, because the world was shut down around that time, and it was just a lot. So I'm so glad, with the help of God and Z, that you
Absolutely.
published this amazing book. And now we're sitting here talking. I love that.
Absolutely.
And
Yes.
that is so important, to have a good center of just friends to help, to keep you uplifted in
Yeah.
those dark times. So shout out to Z Renee. I call her Z Renee. Sometimes I may slip and call her Zaria, but
Yeah, I call her Zaria all the time. I be having to remember. I'll be like, oh, wait, that's not your professional name.
and I'm sure this is something that your family would have wanted you to do.
Yeah, definitely. I think, well, in the book, it's a dedication to my granny, my daddy, and my auntie. So yeah. They wouldn't have been able to read the book at all. But yeah, they would have been forbidden from reading it. But yeah, and then what's so funny is like when I found, after my grandma died, I found out like she wrote, because my daddy wrote everything down. He wasn't a writer, but my mama said when they were dating, he used to like write her poetry and stuff. But my grandma also like wrote everything down. So I guess that's kind of where I get it from, because And not just writing like books, but I write everything down, like grocery lists, all that kind of stuff. So
Yes. Yeah, I am too. I'm the type of person I need a planner. Okay, I have to have a physical planner. Then I have
mhm.
my iPad, and then I have the calendar. I just gotta. It has to get written down somewhere. Like I
Yeah,
totally understand.
yeah,
So whether that's physical or digital, we got to get wrote down.
yeah.
Now, so okay, so let's go back to that B5 days, that water pad days. I want to know, what was the first story you wrote and what was it about?
Ooh, I gotta try to think about what it was on B5 because I don't remember. I
Okay,
don't
let's do
even
water
know.
pad.
Wattpad. So, so the story that I had on Wattpad is the one I was talking about. Excuse me, that I've been writing for like 10 years.
Hmm.
Um, it was called Brothers. It was about it was about four brothers. Their parents died when they were like super super young, and so the oldest brother he had to end up taking care of the other three brothers, and their parents was in the drug game, and they owned they owned like a car dealership. So basically, to make a long story short, once they got older, the oldest brother, he like their parents' death went unsolved, so he wanted to find out like who killed their parents, basically. So I'm not gonna get too much
Yeah,
into it.
yeah. I was about to say, don't give too much because we want that book.
That is something that is supposed to come out, but that story has been like revamped and rewritten and
Hmm.
replotted and so many times. And if Zari end up watching this, she probably gonna cuss. Well, she doesn't cuss, but she's gonna cuss me out her own way because that's really the first book she wanted me to put out. But it's got a lot of layers to it. So, and I'm like, it takes me when I sit down to write that book. I was like, I don't want to be worried about nothing else. Like, I want to be able to
Focus.
yeah, focus on that solely. So
So
we'll
is
get
this book
into
going to
that.
be a series?
So it wasn't a series. It was just like
No,
one.
no. Will it be a series?
Oh, will it? I don't know. When I
Okay.
wrote it before, it was not a series. Now I probably still won't be. It would probably just be a really long book.
Hmm.
Not like Demon's Dream long, but at the bare minimum, it'll probably be at least 400 pages. So, which is long to
Okay.
me.
Okay. And listen, and we're going to read every single page.
Child, I hope
Period.
so. They got a lot going on.
So, okay, so let's just talk about, with you being in the book space for under a year, how do you just deal with just some of just the negativities that come with it, the bad reviews, people DNFing books, and cuz have you seen some of that so far?
I have only like if I go on Goodreads though.
Okay.
Um, so of course I went on Goodreads when the Remedy first dropped, and I read some of the reviews, and it was somebody that gave me a book of two, and they DNF'd it, and I said, well, that's not fair. You didn't even
Mhm.
finish the book, and you gave it a two. So as a reader, me personally, I'm not gonna rate a book that I didn't finish because I just think I
Right,
just
me too.
I just think that's
Completely.
dumb. I'm sorry. I ain't calling nobody dumb, but I just think that that's not very smart. Cause what are you rating? Like you haven't read the whole thing.
Mhm.
Um, but as an author, when I saw that, it really did kind of it pissed me off because I'm like, you didn't even finish the book. But I didn't even respond to like I see a lot about like the difference between reader spaces and author spaces and how it's been readers going into author spaces and bashing people books and stuff. And it's like, whoo, it make me glad I don't have a Facebook group or any of that stuff because I'm not all the way there sometimes. Like I'm a crash out behind mine. You're not gonna come in my space talking about this book was terrible and then get mad at me when I cuss you out. Like we not gonna do that. So,
Mhm.
but for the most part, I kind of stay off of stuff like good. Like I'll go on Amazon and look, but I'll stay off of like Goodreads and if I see something come across like Instagram or TikTok, usually those are pretty positive. I haven't seen anything negative like on social media really. Um, and even if I do, I probably just won't even like respond because it's just like at the end of the day, it's not worth it. And then people twist stuff around so much nowadays. They'll be like, "Oh, she got a bad attitude and she did da da da," and I'm like, "Well, nobody saw what was said about me. Nobody saw what was said to me. Y'all just going based off my reaction, you know."
Right.
So a lot of times I let it roll off my back. My mom has always told me ever since I was young, you know, like just to let stuff roll off your back. So I just I don't really react to it. Now, if somebody like came in my DMs or something, I was like,
Mm-hmm.
"Hey, I think your book was trash." Then that's when I'm gonna have to react. Like,
Right.
but for the most
Listen, it's just like Jay-Z. You're an artist and you sensitive about your shit.
exactly, right,
Period.
exactly, absolutely.
Have you have you thought about, like, I don't know if I can keep this going. I don't know if I want to do it. Have those thoughts ever came across your mind?
Um, no, not really. Just well, I take that back. When I was writing to China with Love, I was like, I wouldn't say like the whole process, but it's like when I'm writing certain books, that book was a struggle for me to write. And not because the characters were a struggle to write or anything, but I was just going through my own like personal stuff and just like being in my head and self doubt and all that. So that's probably the one time where it's like, well, I can't do it. So I do have those thoughts from time to time, but I have to remember like this is something I'm passionate about. Like I've been writing my whole life. I've been writing stories all my life. This is something I'm passionate about, and excuse me. And you know, I'm a faith type of person. Like I believe in
Hmm.
the Lord Jesus Christ. Amen. Praise God. And
Amen.
I'm like, the Lord wouldn't you know, like I just don't feel like God would put this on my heart if it wasn't something
Hmm.
that I was supposed to be doing. Like he didn't give me this talent for me to just sit here and squander. Like it would be a slap in the face if I just didn't do nothing with it. So that's when I have to like remind myself, like, no, this is what you're supposed to be doing. Even when it feels like you're not, even when it feels like you're not, like this is what you're supposed to be doing. So,
What has been the most surprising thing you learned since publishing your first book? And now you have two books
mm,
out. Go and
what's
read
the
them.
most surprising? Yes, go read them. Hmm, that is a good question. I feel like I've been thinking about all the questions you was gonna ask me, and I was like mentally preparing myself
Hmm.
beforehand, but I didn't think about that one. Probably the most surprising is the way Amazon works and how we get paid. Honestly,
Mm. I said I was going to bring on a few authors on the show so we
mm,
can just kind of not not bash Amazon, but just kind
right.
of break down how Amazon and Kindle Unlimited work. And every time I explain it to someone, I feel like you remember when Left Eye, they was doing like TLC was doing some type of segment with MTV, and she was like, Left Eye was like, and get ready to do your math. Like
Oh yeah,
she was
yeah.
like breaking down like the music industry, and when I
Hmm.
tell people like how it works, they're so surprised.
Yeah, the way Amazon and Kindle Unlimited works is really it's kind of crazy, but it's like, where else am I gonna put this book?
Right,
You know, so
right.
that's probably the biggest surprise. Is nothing about like writing or anything like that, because that just kind of comes naturally. So yeah, probably Amazon is probably the biggest surprise, because
Hmm. It's very interesting.
it is very interesting. Like, and I saw something the other day. I don't know if it was on Threads or Instagram. They were talking about like Kindle Unlimited and then that whole thing months ago when people was like, well, let's boycott Amazon and da 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 da, and
Hmm.
other people was like, well, don't boycott Kindle Unlimited because that's how authors get paid. And it's like, no, really, please don't boycott Kindle Unlimited. Like, if you don't want to buy nothing from Amazon, fine, I'm not gonna make you, but please don't get rid of your Kindle Unlimited subscription, whatever you do,
Right.
because that's you get paid off of pages read on Kindle Unlimited.
Hmm.
And so if somebody buys your ebook, you get paid from that, but you just get paid for the book. It's not like they gonna pay you for the book and for pages read. Like that's
Right.
only through Kindle Unlimited. So yeah, that was the biggest thing.
So, which one would you prefer? Would you prefer for your readers to just purchase the book from Kindle Unlimited, or just borrowing the book and just doing the page the page what is the page read? Because y'all also let me say this real quick before you answer the question. Please understand, when you borrow a book from Kindle Unlimited and you open that book and you decide, I'm gonna go read someone else, the author
I
is not
see.
getting paid, y'all.
Well,
So
even with the people that read my book and DNF'd it, even if they only flip through 10 pages, I still get paid for that. Even if it's the barest of bare minimum, I still get paid for it.
mhm.
So you can DNF it all you like. I'm still get paid if like, once you open that book and flip them pages, I get paid off of that. Which would I prefer? I don't know because it's like I get a percentage from like ebook sales. So most of my, like income with Amazon comes from Kindle Unlimited and
Mhm.
pages read and all that. So I guess I would say like I would prefer them to read on Kindle Unlimited. But if you want to buy the ebook as well, I'm not gonna stop you. But you tend to get a little bit more money with Kindle Unlimited.
You
So
never thought about maybe transitioning to a website so that way you get all your money?
Um, I have, but I think the thing that scares me about just doing my ebooks or whatever on my website is, well, is people gonna buy it? Like, how am I gonna get the word out? Like, so at some point, I do want to do that and kind of get away from Amazon, but I think starting out, I think Amazon is a pretty good tool because it's like, I have a Kindle Unlimited subscription, so um, Kindle Unlimited will show you books based off of like stuff you read, and if it's in like the
Right.
same category, like my book might come across your feed or whatever you call it. So, but I would like to one day, but like right now I'm in this 360 deal with Amazon.
Not a 360
I'm in
deal.
a 360 deal with Amazon, so Amazon. They do not want you to sell them ebooks anywhere else, which is crazy.
No, 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 no.
It is
Where
what
is
it
your
is.
favorite place to write?
Ooh, I hope nobody from my job is watching this, but I be writing at work sometimes. It ain't my favorite, but I just have a lot of free time.
Well, we're not gonna
Um,
we not gonna even drop the name of your job, baby. That's nobody's
yeah, no,
business.
we not.
We
My favorite
manifest the
place to write.
full time author over Erica.
Yes, please, Jesus. Favorite place to write. It used to be the library for a good little minute, but that was like way before I published it,
Hmm.
because my house used to be hectic, and I was like, I needed to be just a little bit more quiet. Even though I don't like working when it's like super super quiet, I gotta have some type of noise. But going to the library just helped me focus. I don't really have a favorite place. Like I'm either in my room or sitting here on this couch right here. It's a table next to this couch. One of those three places, and then like I said, my job. Those are the places I really write. And then I always have my phone on me, so whenever inspiration strikes, I just might write something down in my notes. I could be literally anywhere. It doesn't. I could be in the car as long as I'm not driving.
Right, right, right.
Be in the car, and when inspiration hits me out, write it in my notes or whatever, or
Mm.
when I'm on my walker and stuff. But for the most part, where I do most of my writing is either at home, in my bed, on this couch.
Right. Who are just some of your favorite authors just to read?
Well, I don't know if y'all can see, but I do have on my Ashley Antoinette shirt. So
Yes.
obviously, Ashley Antoinette, her husband Jaquavis Coleman. I've been a fan since I was like maybe in the eighth or ninth grade. I think the first book I read by Ashley Antoinette was The Pride of Land. And I had no business reading that book at 14, but whatever.
Hey,
Um,
we all been there because I know I had no business, but I stand by this. I had no business
I had
reading
no
Carl
business.
Weber. Like,
Oh yeah,
dang,
Carl Weber is another fave. I love the Family Business.
love
Um,
it.
the Family Business. People talk a lot about the Family Business show, but I'm like, y'all don't talk about the books enough for me.
Y'all don't talk about the books. You don't
Y'all
talk about
talk
the.
about the Family Business books enough for me, cause baby, if
Hmm.
y'all think that show is crazy, you need to read the books.
Hello.
There's a lot of stuff in the book that is not in the show.
It is not in the show. Amen. Hmm.
Okay. But yeah, Ashley Antoinette, Jaquavis Coleman, Carl Weber, Kennedy Ryan, love her
Yes.
down. Of course, my pen sisters, Z Renee and Kira Cachet. Kimberly Brown, I love Kimberly Brown down. I, that lady could write a grocery list. I still read it. I don't care.
Oh, hello.
Um, um,
Hello.
A.E. Valdez, T. Lynn. I have so many. Well, I'm not big into mystery and thrillers, but I have read a few. S.A. Cosby is really, really good, so I like his stuff. I gotta read his new book because I haven't read it yet. I recently read, excuse me, Kirby Girl Summer and Plus Size Player by Danielle Allen.
Yes.
I love her work. She's really, really good. I'm trying to think because it's a lot more, and I'm looking at my bookshelf trying to see what pops out. But those are just people like that I could read like all the time and probably not get tired of. Oh, India Carter. Because let me tell you something. The Danger series is my comfort read. I will read.
Okay.
I will listen and read that over and over and over and over and over again. Oh, and Elle Casey. I love Elle Casey. Love Demon's Dream.
Yeah, I love me some L. I love her so much. And it's surprised, like when she see me out, she like, "Hey, Reese." I'm like,
Yes,
"My
you
name?"
know. So she told me that she read The Remedy and she loved it, and I had a fit because if you remember when we was at P&P, I said I think the question was like, what would be your mated moment? And I said if one of my favorite authors read my book and said they liked it, that
Hmm.
would be my mated moment. And when she told me that, I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, okay, so I was like
Yes.
going crazy. Love
And
her down.
speaking of PNP, y'all pull up on
Come
us
up to
next March.
Why I was like about to
Plot
call
to
it old.
Pours.
Plots and pores. Plots and pores. I was about to call
Pull
it
up
old.
on us. Erica will be one of the feature
Yes.
authors.
Pull up the plots and pores. We going up. It's gonna
Yes.
be a great time.
So, out of all those authors that you just named, who would you pick to have dinner with,
Ooh.
and why?
Mm. Hmm. I'm gonna have to say Ashley and Jaquavis, and the only reason I picked those two, I know you said one, but they kind of a package deal and they write stuff
Mhm.
together, so I feel like that counts as one. But I would pick them just simply because, like I said, I've been reading their work for such a long time, and when I say like Ashley is my favorite author in the world, she's my favorite. She can do no wrong to me.
Yeah.
Now some people they may not like her and they have things to say, and I'm like, I don't care. I don't care.
Right,
I
because
don't care about it.
we all have an author that they can't do no wrong in our eyes, and I have a
Yeah.
couple.
And
Like,
she's definitely one of them. And they just I feel like they've been in the game so long. And if
hmm
you like just ever even watch when they go live, which they don't go live very often, but when they watch it, they drop so many gems. Like I don't know, I just feel like I could learn like so much from them. I
yeah,
have like even just watching those lives, like um back when she was talking about her book before the street lights come on, and she was just saying like write the book for you, and she dropped so many gems in those lives. Like and then I'm in one of their Facebook groups, and her husband went live in one of them, and he dropped so many gems. I got his new book, Drop Jewelry. I haven't read it yet,
hmm
but when he was posting some of the snippets on Instagram, I was like, ooh, let me get this book. And then I got an email the next day, and it was like, Drop Jewelry is on your way. And I was like, I don't even remember pre-ordering this book.
mm,
Because I was about to go back and, like, buy it. Because
right.
when he dropped it maybe, like, what, March or April. I mean, it just got published, but he
hmm
dropped the pre-order in March or April. And I thought I had only pre-ordered Cartel Queen 3. I didn't realize I did both. So when it showed up in my email, it was like, hey, your book is on your way. I was like, oh, okay then.
Right? Come on now. Come on
I order books and I forget all about them.
now.
So
Oh, I do too. I do too. I just buy books. I buy. I just I love to just support Black authors. Like, I think
right,
y'all's work is just phenomenal. I don't care if I have a Kindle with a subscription that I pay for monthly. I'm gonna still go buy that physical book because I mean, look at this man on my
yeah,
look how he sit there on my wall.
everybody was like, that man is so fine. And I'm just like, yeah, he fine on that cover, can't lie.
Yes, extremely fine. And with that, let's go into this next question. So I love asking authors these questions. Like one of my favorite questions to ask.
Okay.
Let's cast Trinity and Remedy.
Ooh.
Who would you cast as the beautiful, curvaceous Trinity, honey? And who would you
She's
cast as Mr. Remedy St. Clair?
okay. So she's not an actress, but she's like an influencer. Um,
I think I
dang.
know who you're
See,
talking about.
I ain't on Instagram right now. I'm taking a little break, but I think what is it, Bad Brown Skin or whatever her name is?
Yes, 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 yes.
Like that's who the inspo for Trinity actually came from. I was like, oh yeah, because I was like, she's still thick, but she got a kind of a flat stomach, but not too flat. Like that being a physical trainer could still be pretty believable, in my
Right.
opinion. Um, and then for the guy, man, it's so hard. I think I had posted. See, I'm not on Instagram, so I can't go to my Instagram and look. But uh, he's also he might be an actor. I don't know. I've never seen him act in anything, but I think he's an influencer too. I think it's his name like Sean Ellis or something. I don't know. I have a picture of it on my Instagram
Hmm.
on one post, but um, it has to be somebody dark skinned and really really tall. I would say Kofi, but I feel like everybody picked Kofi.
Yeah.
So and then Kofi don't give me them vibes. So if I had to choose, hmm, it would probably be Trevante Rose because I love him real bad.
Okay.
I, I,
Okay.
I love
And
Trevante
listen,
Rose.
we're gonna manifest that this book gets turned into a movie or a TV
Okay,
show.
something.
Something. Okay.
Call
Listen,
me.
the book is good. Okay.
Yeah, if
Cause
you
the
ain't
way
read it.
they were fucking on the
Yeah, they
they
was
was
getting
getting
down,
down.
which is
They was getting down.
that's why
I
my aunties is forbidden from reading. And if my daddy and them was here too, they would not be able to read it either.
Yeah, I was like, oh, on the good old gym equipment. Okay.
Yeah,
On the first night. I don't want to. I'm not gonna listen. We're not gonna go super in depth in the book because I don't want to ruin it. But y'all, that is smutty, and we like
very
smut.
much.
Hmm. We
So
like smut. I enjoyed the book. I ate it up. I was just giggling from like page to page. I don't know because I guess I be wanting that type of stuff to happen to me.
me too. Hello? You is not alone, sister.
I be wanting that type of stuff to happen to me. So I'm just like, oh, I'm just, you know,
Yeah,
living
my
through
boy
Miss
was down bad.
Trinity. And I love it. I love it.
Down bad.
So, okay, so tell me what's next for Erica Denise.
So I will be coming out with the book in September. Um, it's a collaboration between myself, A Blossom, Brianna Michelle, Z Renee, Kira Cache, and Jay Valencia, who I don't think her book is out yet. I think her debut book is supposed to come out this month. I can't remember. Um, but we are doing a series of books. It's gonna be like based in a school in like a small town. Um, I don't really have the title yet because I'm still bouncing back and forth between what I want to call it. But it is a second chance romance
Okay.
between a kindergarten teacher and the school resource officer. So I will tell y'all that. But yeah, so we're doing a collab. So it's like everything is set inside of school. It's set inside of the fictional name of the school is called Sweet Pea Academy. It's a K through 8 school in this fictional town called Harvest Hill. Um, and so yeah, I know Brianna Michelle's is about art teacher and a parent. Um, I think Jay Valencia's hers is about the principal and the assistant principal. Um,
Ooh.
yeah. Uh, Z, hers is I think it's a school counselor and a parent. And I know Kira's is two teachers. One is like a veteran teacher, and then the other one is kind of new. And then A Blossom, I think hers is like the librarian and school nurse or something like that.
Ooh.
So that'll be coming out um like in the fall, late August. So everybody has their own release day. So mine is not until September. So I'm just glad to not be first.
Right. Come on around back to school.
Yeah, I think mine is fifth in the lineup. So that will be next.
Okay.
And then after that, I will see because we'll see who starts talking to me after that. I know everybody. If you read The Remedy, a lot of people are waiting on his brother Raheem's book,
It
which
is.
really should have really been out if we're being honest. But Raheem quit talking to me, so that's not my fault. So everybody asking me, where Raheem? He had quit talking to me, so I don't know what y'all want me to do when he ain't talking. But hopefully I do want to have that book. I will say I want to have Raheem's book out by the end of the year. And then I had something else that I was working on, but I don't want to give too much away yet because I just don't want. But we going after this book comes out in September. We going back to Indigo Files. I'll say that.
Okay, because we love Indigo Falls, and
Love
also
Indigo Files.
you're gonna be at these book events. Okay, like we mentioned
Yes.
earlier, Pots and Pours. That's March of 2026. Chocolate City Lit
Mhm.
Fest. Like y'all
Yes.
pull up on my girl. Okay,
Pull
and
up
when you pull
on
up
me,
on her, sell out her books. Don't
please,
let her go home with no book.
please, please. And hopefully by then I'll have at least three more. So I at least have five books for y'all to choose from,
Yes, I love
or you can buy
that.
all five.
But listen, Power Five. Okay, they make good
Mhm.
trophies because again, look at this fine, beautiful black man
Yes,
on my shelf.
absolutely.
All right, love. Is there anything else you want to add before we wrap up?
Um, hmm. Buy my books.
Yes.
If you haven't gotten into Indigo Files, I suggest you get into Indigo Files. That is a fictional city created by me, Z Renee, and Kira Cachet. So also read my sister's books. Um, the girlies love Truce from When He's
Yeah.
Not There, and Z just dropped a book. She just dropped the last book in that series, which is The Right Way. So that's the wedding book. Um, and also, Kira just dropped a book, Love Unscripted. So make sure y'all read that as well. And then when this collab comes out from August to September, make sure y'all read
Y'all,
that.
y'all grab them books. Yes.
Grab those books because those are gonna be good. I mean, it's me, it's A Blossom, Brianna Michelle,
A good lineup.
Renee, Kira Cachet. It's a very, very good lineup. So make sure y'all get those as well. Um,
Make sure y'all go read To China with Love as
yes,
well.
read to China with love because the girls love Bronx. I fear they might love Bronx more than they love Remedy. I've had a few people tell me that. So
Yeah.
Bronx, they said Bronx was that one, which I was like, I'm very glad because Bronx and China got on my nerves. So yeah, definitely read those.
Mhm.
And then whenever we get Raheem's book out and whatever else I got coming, read those as well. And that's all I got.
Yes. And give everyone your social medias.
Yes, so I am on Instagram at Denise Pendit. That's Denise Pendit. I had to think about it. And that's also the same on Threads. I have a TikTok, but this is just like my personal TikTok that I be still using for author stuff. But it's Denise on TikTok, so it's DENIS, three E's and two underscores at the end. And then on Facebook at author Erica Denise, and that is it.
I love that. Well, my good sis, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. I
Yes,
enjoyed
this was
it.
good conversation. Girl, you know me, I'm damn. Where these people at?
Yeah.
Okay, where these people at? But you can tell me, Reese, you get on my nerves. Leave me alone. Cause listen, when a character sticks with me, the character just gonna stick with me forever.
Period. Yeah. But girls, they waiting on Raheem, so I'm gonna try to get him to y'all as fast as I can. Cause he one of them ones for real. I can't say too much, but I think y'all gonna love Raheem. You might love Raheem more than you love Remedy. I don't know.
But good art takes time, so take your time, sis.
It does. Yes, it does.
Take your time. We'll be here. Until then, we'll continue living on my boo Remedy with the BDE. Okay. Anyway, y'all go read my girl's books.
Yes.
Buy her books. It's available on Kindle Unlimited. You can order them from Amazon. And be in her DM. She'll talk back to you.
I will. I will.
Thank y'all so much. Right. Yeah, you know what? That's one thing I do love about any authors. Y'all always respond back, and I love that.
Yeah. Now I might not be responding back this month because I'm not on social media, but that's literally when I get back, I will respond. When I get back from Instagram, I will respond.
Come on now. You know, everyone, we all need a good break from time to time. So I understand.
Yeah.
I understand. Well, again, thank you so much
for
coming on Covers and Pages podcast. Y'all go follow her. Follow me. And that's it. We done. Thank you, everyone. This is Covers and Pages podcast. Bye.
That's a wrap on this chapter of the Covers and Pages podcast. If you loved today's conversation, don't forget to follow, rate, and share the podcast with your fellow book lovers. You can also find us on Instagram at Covers and Pages Podcast. Follow the host at resealisareads on social media. Until next time, keep reading, keep listening, and keep turning those pages.